Come out of the box.
Hello, YouTube. Cheers and welcome to the basement. My name is Bruce Lively.
Once again, I'm D-Boy Slim.
And the Basement Debates is the first daily hip-hop debate show. From Tuesday through Friday, we tackle the most intriguing topics in hip-hop culture and the world around it. So welcome back, Basement family. I hope everyone enjoyed our part 1 and part 2, dedicated to Triple X Tentacion. And now it's time. It was tough. We gave it what we thought it deserved. But now it's time for our regularly scheduled program. Today's debate. The best new male artist so far since the middle of the year still. Only rule is they gotta be new. This is 2018, they got to be new. With that being said, the best new male artist is the question. With that being said, let go.
Again, a thinking man would say, well, what would constitute or what would, be the best? What would fall under criteria of being the best? And to me, let me give you some things that fit in my criteria. First of all,
help us out.
Best new artist to me in hip hop would kind of indicate who has shifted the culture, who has carried on the torch for the culture. I'm going with Lil Baby. This kid, he seems to carry on what is already a torch lit in Atlanta of MCs that have come and obviously been successful. Obviously, from the T.I.s to Jeezys to the Gucci's to the Ludacris's. He falls right in that mix of MCs and 2 Chainz, and that mix of MCs that I just mentioned. The Gucci and the T.I. would say what he epitomizes to me mostly, in the fact that he has lyrical ability, but it may get overshadowed because the authenticity, in which everybody always felt like that was Gucci's staple. When you hear it, the deep down, Atlanta drawl, if you will, Atlanta accent, the voice and the tone and how somebody, that deals in the streets of Atlanta every day would say anything. This is what Lil Baby has captured right now. Musically, I have 2 letters, QC. If you guys have been under a rock or have been following for the last, I would say, decade or so, if you've ever heard of Migos and a plethora of other artists, even dating back to Gucci, QC, Coach K, those dudes there, yes, that's who he's up under music-wise. So, I've heard different production from him. He has joints such as the joint with him and Gunna, which seems to be one of the hottest ones in the street right now. Gunna, something my slime. Y'all know that kids know what I'm talking about. Like that seems to be the one that's caught the wave in the street. Also, his solo joint with just him. I never needed no help.
I can do bad on my own and go by myself. I never needed no help. I needed you niggas, you wasn't right there. If you need me, little nigga, I'm still gonna be here. I'm on my grind, so fuck how you feel. I got some homies who sit in a pen. We was some teens, they labeled us grown. Had some judges who doing us wrong. I know your pain, just hold on and just sing this song.
That's probably at like 15, 16 million without a video. Without a visual. It's at about 15, 16 million clicks. The Southside joint, and these are joints that are hot in the street right now. You can go on YouTube, check them out. Like I said, some of his best work, it has no video to it, but if you listen to the music with to me, what separates this kid, and I'm gonna let Bruce tell you who his best new artist is, but to me, what separates this kid is that more so than other kids who have rapped about the streets or even, you know, dating back to artists maybe in past. First of all, his name is Lil Baby because out of his whole circle and all of the QC and all of the dudes I just mentioned, he's the youngest. He's the baby out of it. The things that he raps about are strictly grown man rap. I mean, this is what makes him to me. Like, this is what makes Lil Baby to me. So he can rap about coming from the Oakland City, which is where he's from in Atlanta. I believe that's Zone 3. Don't quote me, but I believe that's Zone 3, which is, you know, if anybody knows Atlanta, it's one of the roughest neighborhoods in Atlanta. And so, like I said, he can rap about coming from the gutter of the gutter, and then rap about his transition in less than a year. He's rapped about going to prison. He said, and like I said, in his joint, In the Best of Me, he raps about going down the road. He raps about being robbed before. He raps about being in a shootout and thinking that a little kid died in the shootout. These are all things, like I said, that's coming from the perspective of someone who's only lived, like, I would have to get his age for you, and I could Google that, but maybe 20. I don't think he's older than 21. Yeah. So the what he's rapping is a life that maybe a 40-year-old, maybe not even. You know, it's some 40-year-olds that hasn't experienced the type of life that he's rapping, and it's literal. Like, these are all factual document. You know, this is all. You know, so authenticity is, like I said, this is where he wins. This is where the streets is clinging on to. Lyrical ability. I mentioned T.I. in the outset. He has a thing where I notice where he can play on the beat. He's talking from the heart, so it's not hard for him, you know, to come up with content for these raps. But so playing and how he delivers them, I find that intriguing. I find that refreshing from the young guy. And this is another reason. This is why I say he separates himself. I remember a couple of years back, Rich Homie Quan maybe, you know, would play around with the flow or whatever like that, which is another Atlanta artist, you know, mind you. Young Thug and all these guys, you know, they can play around with the flow. He has that lyrical ability to still stay in pocket with the beat, but play around with his delivery, play around with how he's delivering his flow. So for me and for my money, Lil Baby is the best new artist out right now.
All right, 20 minutes later, Lil Baby, I feel you. Okay.
You can tell when he has no debate.
No, 20 minutes later, that's why I had to write this down. You only lose because when you say passing the torch, says who? YBN Cordae from the internet group YBN. The YBN mainly been self-made, self-contained. They're not looking for the big name artist to sign them. But this dude Cordae, it's not just me saying this. When you say passing the torch, I can tell you right now, allworldgossip.com, which is renowned in these matters, believe it or not, they actually say, introduction to YBN Cordae, one of the new rappers in the industry, is mostly known for filling the generation gap. He has a huge fan following on social media as well. He's mostly known for his song Old Niggas and My Name Is. And the reason why I said that is because when you say his main purpose, what he's known for is filling the generation gap, if your argument for the other guys that he's keeping the torch lit or passing the torch, that's the exact definition of that. That's why I wanted them to say it and not me. I wanted to make sure I got that from another source that's talking about him. Find out My Name Is. Go check out his remix of My Name Is. If you want wordplay, he's got it.
Why I'm so fly that I crash lobbies and afterwards slap thotties. I'm a rap fanatic who rap fantastic without the platinum status. Why I'm blasting maddest, cause most of these cats is average. I don't bust guns, but my niggas deploy the strap and bring out a fucking 4-5 like Michael Jordan's back.
Ain't nobody better than him with the wordplay, period. Right now, the young dudes that just came out, I'm sorry. I am sorry. His wordplay is ridiculous. And he goes from the old references back from 96, 95, before he was born, to the references today, what just happened yesterday in the news or in hip-hop circles. You say, well, it's the numbers. Wrong. 6.5 million on his song Old Niggas. And in that song Old Niggas, he's referencing back from the 80s all the way till today. The dude is so knowledgeable on everything that has happened in hip-hop. He has a third notch on the belt that I give him, which is his simple hip-hop student degree. The dude knows, listen to the songs. The dude has his hip-hop student degree. He's obviously a student of the culture and the songs. His content, yeah. Go listen to the most recent one. I can't remember the name. The one that just came out on World Star Hip Hop a few days ago.
I don't think they're ready for this. The code from the OGs, the Jordan, the Kobe's. I'll be studying game, get the score from the nosebleeds. You pouring, exploding, it's more important than voting. Little niggas getting killed and now we forced to be toting. Cause I done lost some little homies, couple cousins, it's crazy. My little brother straight bustin', now he stuck with a baby.
That joint, he goes through the consequences of all of the actions of all the hustlers, people who's on probation, talking about how he still got his car, what he's riding in. He has the best way to blend what it is that I have been looking for. I know a lot of hip-hop heads have been looking for and waiting for in a young dude in this hip-hop game. If you're talking about the best new rappers, that's bridging the gap, that's carrying the torch, that's using wordplay, that's rapping over every beat, and that's killing the game, and that has the numbers, 6.5 million, 4.5 million, oh my God, 3 million, YBN Cordae, go check him out. You're missing out if you don't know it.
Wordplay is cool. I will stand on the fact that with Lil Baby, you know, when you're listening to a Lil Baby verse, you listen to 95% substance, over style. And, you know, the fact of the matter is that when you do hear his verse, you realize that he's drawing from actual, literal experiences. And there's nothing better than that. There's nothing more pure. There's nothing more refreshing because, you know, I could say, you know, I jumped in the sky and got sky high.
Nah, that's not what he says, though. Wait a minute, bro.
Super high. I didn't say that was...
Coming from Maryland, he's talking about the true stuff.
I'm merely giving an example.
Okay.
I didn't say. You can see when dudes get emotional. He's getting emotional. You can tell.
No, I'm just debating. That's what it's called.
The thing about it is, like I said, when you hear a Lil Baby verse and you realize that he's drawing off of actual literal experiences. Again, it's substance over style, not style over substance. And this is where Lil Baby has all this. As far as I'm concerned, has all the new artist beats. When he talks about going down the road and going to prison and men sharpening knives at night, men having sex with other men, this is the part of the game that they don't tell you. When he talks about I've been robbed, again, like I said, these are experiences that few have even lived. So the fact that he's able to rap and articulate about it separates him and puts him in a lane by himself.
Okay, this is the debate portion. I can honestly tell you that everything you just said,
which was the case with the T.I.
everything that you just said is what YBN Cordae does better. The actual song that I was saying that had just come out, which was Fighting Temptations, was literally the definition of what it means to be his age, growing up with what's going on right now, and putting it in a way that even the old heads can understand, because it's the same thing that's been going on in the black community. But wait a minute, no.
I'm not gonna wait a minute.
No.
I'll tell you why it's a lie.
But let me finish. When he says that his cousins was the ones that shot, when he said he was shot at,
he was better.
When he says that he knows about all of that was happening, and then you turn around and you have to live a certain way, and your life is on the internet. The way that he talks is old school hip hop in today's world. I promise you,
If old school hip hop is what you're looking for, I'm looking for the innovative young. It's
the torch bearing. That's what I just said.
Push it forward. And again, the best new artist, not the best old artist.
He's the best new artist.
One that sounds like the old artist.
He doesn't sound like the old guys. What he's doing is bridging the gap.
We'll have to retake that. I'm gonna get Bruce to edit himself and
he's bridging the gap.
That it sounds like the old hip hop. But in any event, again,
just like what you said, the torch is passed.
The best new artist, right? The torch was passed. So that doesn't mean that
that's him.
LeBron plays like Michael Jordan. That means it's passed because the new guys dominate the court now.
What I said was
the way that
what I'm saying is what I'm saying. I feel you. So what I'm saying is that what he's doing, the things that he's talking about, is brand new, but it's also just as real. You can tell he lived that life.
We understood.
You just said you can tell homeboy lived that life. I'm saying he does the same thing.
That he lived the same life as Lil Baby. I'm not even here to dispute that. What I am here to debate is that Lil Baby is the best. You tell me which song he has that's at 16 million without a video. Understand what I'm saying? Like, it's not just me saying it. That's the consensus amongst young people that's listening to hip hop music today. This is what makes Lil Baby the best
Lil Baby
artist
also
out
has
today.
Also has the backing of 5 other artists that he's on the same albums with. There's Gunna and this and that.
Has nothing to do with Lil Baby
These guys
and the life that he's saying.
Completely
his
and
life
utterly
is,
independent.
You know, his life is different from anybody
completely
else.
And utterly independent.
Which is what he's rapping about. He's not rapping about who else is on his label's life. He's rapping about Lil Baby's
all
life.
I'm saying
is
the label doesn't help
all
you.
of them have their own.
Label doesn't help.
They have their own.
The label doesn't help you get out.
QC is an independent label. That's not a major label. That's an independent label.
So what I'm saying is this group of kids is not even a label.
His own buzz.
It's a group
He's
online.
the youngest dude. Now you're blaming him on the label.
I'm not blaming anything. That's a good thing that he can get promoted.
That's an attribute.
What I'm saying is
that's an attribute.
With zero promotions, you have 6 million.
Becoming as successful as he's becoming. That's an attribute. But that's not the whole and total picture as to why Lil Baby has caught on. Because he's the best new artist out. Y'all give us feedback.
Y'all give us feedback.
He's the best new artist out.
What do you think?
This is why Lil Baby wins today.
Now, and all the things that you like, YBN Cordae does it better. That makes him the best.
Fact.
So y'all give us the feedback. Who wins this one? And I got a couple shout outs. Leave a comment, we will give you a shout out. Foot Soldier Grimlock said, I've been a big fan of Tragedy since the 90s. If him and Nas did an album together, it would be crazy. Back to the Trag and Nas. Y'all still watching that? I love that. That would be crazy. Foot Soldier Grimlock, appreciate that. Rashad Bourne said, I love Cole outside Kendrick and Nip. He may be my fave. But from the Santana Block Compton, I'm rocking with Nip. That's what's up. Either Y Terry 12DC or V Terry. It has to have some sort of thing on there. 12DC, but you know who you are. You said I'm down with both artists, but for this argument, I gotta go with Nipsey. And that's what's up, bro. Appreciate you. Goodfella number 7. Goodfella 7 says both messages were right on time for our people. I think it depends on the perspective from which you're currently seeing life. And he's talking about our Nipsey versus J. Cole best one of the year. Justin Ortiz, NH Nip. Justin Ortiz, appreciate you. Thank you for watching. Thank you for leaving a comment. Paz O said, okay. I have no idea what that means, but I appreciate you, Paz O. Please elaborate. Maheen Mexican, thank you, bro. I don't even got to say what you said because I read all of what you said. And you were talking about how you have a daughter as well and you loved our Father's Day special. I appreciate that, man. That was the most fun I had in a long time talking hip hop with the girls. It was crazy. Maheen Mexican, you know you got a special salute for me. And My Tribe TV All Out Attack said, Nip a legend out here in the West. And I understand why. The dude is outstanding.
He's a legend on the East.
He's a legend everywhere. He's a hip hop legend. He's up there. We got new subscribers. Someone named 5 is a new subscriber. Appreciate that. Red 1900 is a new subscriber. Appreciate you. Boston Hellspawn is a new subscriber. Appreciate you. And last but not least, we have a new subscriber by the name of Ghetto Boy Sin. Ghetto Boy Sin, brand new subscriber. And a new comment from Bronx Mafi. Bronx Mafia, appreciate your comment. Ghetto Boy saying thank you for your subscription. Everybody who watches, everybody who listens, everybody who tunes in, we thank you all. That's the basement for today, man. Hopefully it didn't go too long, but we appreciate all y'all. Leave the comments who won this debate. You know who it is, YBN Cordae.
Oh man, appreciate all the love out there. Appreciate all the comments. Keep giving us that feedback. And just like the feedback we got with the Nipsey Hussle, I told this dude what's going on. Y'all already know what's going on. I got y'all. Streets always. Lil Baby all day. That's the best new artist. We know it. Somebody tell Bruce.
Peace.